Hey guys, engineering is open here. We have our first look at Avengers 3 Infinity War. So let's check it out and see how cool it actually is.
Before creation itself, there were six singularities. Forged in infinity stone.
Section the volume. January 23rd, 2017. Day 1.
This is our first day. Here we are in Pinewood in Atlanta, and it's actually pretty unbelievable.
Day one of what promises to be a year of fun-filled lensing.
I remember actually going to see the first Avengers with one of my best mates from home, and I'd never have dreamed that I'd ever be in one of these movies, let alone playing Spider-Man.
That's better.
I feel like I'm on top of the world because this is just mind-blowing.
Fixing the volume.
What we always try to do at Marvel Studios is we're building the cinematic universe, is look at the big picture. How can things relate across movies and across years? Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe as started in May of 2008 with the release of Iron Man 1.
Don't worry guys, what Tom Holland was talking about, I was still listening.
Really is an unprecedented culmination of a series of films interlinked together.
He's been doing a very great Spider-Man.
Which at the time had never been done before. And for us, the important thing is making it all come together. We know they're going to face Thanos. We've been setting that up since Avengers 1. How do you do that in a way that is unexpected, that pits the Avengers against somebody who's more powerful than anyone they faced, and yet make them completely unprepared to face him? Well, tear them apart, which is why we did Civil War before Infinity War.
As we were conceiving and executing Civil War, the end of that movie was very much a setup for what these movies would be. We always had that sense of that.
Tony is not talking to Steve. The Avengers are basically a name with nobody in it. The world is vulnerable.
Tony senses this greater threat approaching, and so he is doing everything in his power to keep the Earth safe.
Thanos shows us why he's the biggest, the best, the baddest villain that we've ever had, and the most frightening villain that the Avengers have ever faced.
The most exciting part is the incredible roster of well-developed characters, and it's going to create a really combustible, exciting, massive-scale adventure.
You know that we're onto something within the studio when we hit upon an idea or we see a piece of concept art and all of us in the room go, this is cool. And in Avengers Infinity War, the Avengers will meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because of what Marvel is, because of what they have done over the last 10 years, these next two Avengers films will be an event like no one has ever seen on film before.
Now in production. Yep. Yeah, so, yep. Yeah, so the original plan was to have, the two, next two Avengers movies, after the Avengers and Avengers 2 Age of Ultron. The original plan was to have it being, a two-part movie, Avengers 3, Infinity War Part 1 and then Infinity War Part 2, and they changed plans, and instead of it being a two-part movie, they're gonna have it being a split. They're gonna have it being not necessarily a split, but a separate movie, but still connected, obviously, and so the sequel to Infinity War, the third one, right now, which is untitled, is Avengers 4. It was originally going to be part 2, but plans changed, and now the next one after this one, Avengers 4, is going to be something else. It's still going to be connected, obviously, and it's going to be a sequel. Yeah. So not going to be part 1 and 2. It's going to be Avengers 3 and Avengers 3 Infinity War and the untitled Avengers 4. So the next Avengers film after Infinity War is gonna have a completely different title. It's not gonna be Infinity War Part 2. It's gonna be a completely different title. So, yep. Yeah. So May 2018 is Avengers 3 Infinity War. I mean, May 4th. May 4th, 2018. Yeah. May 2018 is Avengers 3 Infinity War. Yeah, the 4th, May 4th. And I think it's May 4th, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. And May 3rd, I believe. I don't remember, but May 3rd. I think May 3rd. Yeah. Of 2019 will be Avengers 4. So even though it's not going to be a 2-part movie, they're still having them come out 1 year at a time. Next year is Avengers 3 Infinity War, and May 2019 will be the untitled Avengers 4. Obviously, it'll have an actual title, but right now it's just called Avengers 4 to me. You know, they really haven't been titled Untitled Avengers Film or Untitled Avengers Sequel or something. But yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so the film that we've been waiting for will be coming next year in May. We'll finally be able to have the Avengers being Guardians of the Galaxy, and we'll finally get to see both teams finally fighting Thanos. We thought he was going to be the villain in Avengers 2, but nope. Avengers 3. So, yep. So we will see Thanos again in Infinity War. And we will, pretty sure, yeah. And we will be seeing the Avengers, meaning Guardians of the Galaxy, in Infinity War. And we will be seeing both teams fighting Thanos. That's going to be a huge, awesome fight. We've been waiting for this film. And it's finally coming. May 2018.